Good morning. Today we have some announcements for you. For the Myanmar fundraiser that we started a couple weeks ago, we have reached $932. That's incredible. Let's continue to raise the money so we can reach our $1,000 goal by November 1st. The Religious Freedom Institute is speaking today in chapel and also tomorrow. Today, Dr. Jim Bennett will be sharing on the Bible and religious freedom, and tomorrow, Dr. David Trimble will be speaking about the persecuted church. Tonight, there will be an exciting Q&A with Dr. Bennett and Dr. Trimble at 7 p.m. in the President's Room. At 8:30 p.m. the same evening is a praise night in the chapel. Come for a powerful time of worship together as a student body. On Wednesday from 12:15 to 1 o'clock, the H3 Project is putting on a sleep event. Having a speaker come in to speak on sleep. There will be lunch provided for the first 20 students. It is provided by Fresh Coast Kitchen, and the event will be able to be found in room 529 in the Jack. Student Government is doing an Illumazoo event this Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. at John Ball Zoo. Sign up at the Kahawa if you would like to go. And Thursday at lunch is a commuter Chick-fil-A lunch for those who have signed up. This week is going to be off the Heezy. Hey, welcome back to the Listen Up podcast. We have a great guest for you today. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, hello. My name is Chandler Rivers, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'm blessed to give the opportunity to give my testimony.
Awesome. So, Chandler, thanks for being on the show today. It's a pleasure. Tell me a little bit about your semester so far. How's your semester been?
My semester has been a little rocky. I've just been battling with a lot of things in my life. Just trying to progress and move forward. And I'm also growing in my faith a lot this semester because God's put me through a lot of obstacles where I have to really just come closer to Him. And so that's what I've been doing. Just and also been in grad school, so it's kind of hard too. Yes.
Doesn't sound like a easy thing to do. So what is this semester compared to last? What's different about it?
Well, this year I found out that, since I'm gonna graduate in the fall, that I won't be able to play basketball this year.
Mm,
So, uh, it kind of was, rough on me, but after talking to my coaches and my teammates, they've been supportive to me. So,
mm,
yeah, they just told me like, that God has a plan for me, and when one when one door opens, like another one closes. No, when the one door closes, another door opens. So, yeah.
mm.
So
That's really cool. So you mentioned you're graduating soon.
yes.
So what year is this for you?
Mm, I'll say total it'll be probably like 5.5.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been in school for I went to like three different universities. So I came out of high school. I decided to play college football.
Hmm.
So I went to Gardner Webb University, and then I transferred and played basketball because my I got a big brother kind of. He's like a big brother to me at Gardner Webb, and he was always telling me, like to follow my dream, my passion. Even if football is not your passion,
Hmm.
then don't play it no more. Like do what you love. So that's what I decided to do, and I transferred to Trinity Baptist, and then I transferred to Adams State. All right, so technically four. Yeah, I've been to four. Yeah, so I've been all over Florida, Colorado, North Carolina, Michigan. So yeah.
Wow. So how did you end up at Grace of all places?
Well, that's a great question. I was really I remember playing Grace when I was I think a freshman. So I kind of knew about Grace,
Mm,
and so I don't know. I just one day I was just emailing like schools, and I had three schools that reached out to me, two that offered me a scholarship. There was both in Cali, and
mm,
one it was Grace that Grace, Coach Bailey and Coach George, they responded to me my email as well. So they really just told me, like they're interested in having me and stuff. And even they explained, I won't be able to get a scholarship or nothing. So at first, like I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do that really.
mm,
But then like I don't know, God just kept, pushing me towards that. So
mm.
I ended up that's why I'm here. So
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I guess that you never thought you would be in a small school in this part of Michigan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I never even thought I was gonna be in Michigan, really. Yeah, but I like it though. It's pretty nice.
Mhm. So you mentioned that this year you've been unable to play basketball.
Yes.
How are you handling that?
Uh, so all right, I've been soaking. I was soaking for like 2 weeks after I heard the news. But the thing about it is, I've been like talking to agents overseas for basketball. So
Mm,
like that's what my main goal was. So like it's kind of a blessing, but it's still like I would like to like be able to like play with my team and stuff. But I mean, maybe God has something else for me. So,
mhm,
but I've been really just getting advice from like people, like older people, my family, and I just been just really been like praying a lot, really.
mm.
So yeah.
That's cool. So you mentioned just now that your original goal was to play basketball, and it's great that you're having these conversations potentially with overseas teams, which is really cool. So, in light of that, what degree did you pursue, and how does that relate to your goal playing basketball?
Okay, so yeah, so I got my undergraduate degree and I got my bachelor's in business management, and I'm getting my master's in organizational leadership. So my goal in that is, after like I play overseas for some years, my goal is to really start my own training facility called
Mm,
Bounce Academy. Is where I train athletes, and I train athletes on how to increase their vertical, and just also I want to make it like where a gym too. So like if parents want to be able to get a workout in, whether students, I mean their sons are working out and training. So
mm,
then, yeah, they'll be able to do that. So that's what I want to do at Bounce Academy.
mm.
So yeah.
Wow, that's a big dream. It's cool that you really want to focus on jumping in the vertical. And Kyle Bull mentioned today that your vertical was, what was it, like 24 inches, and now it's over 40?
All right. Yeah. So I was like a freshman. I was a freshman in high school. I couldn't jump at all, and like my brother, like he was like the star of like the team at the time. So like he would always dunk and do crazy dunks and stuff, and I just always wanted to be able to dunk. So I don't know. I mean it was kind of like I'll say, God, blessed me a little bit
Mm,
with the ability to jump, but I also was doing a lot of like calf raises. I was doing them every night and
mm.
just like doing a lot of stuff to help me increase my jumping. I think I was like 5'7", 5'8" when I first had dunked. So, but yeah, now it's like 43, 42, 43. So
Okay.
yeah.
Wow, that's like 4 times more than mine. Like a 7-inch vertical. Um, so why for you is this venture of creating this fitness place, this bounce academy, why is it important for you?
Really, because I want to give back to really I want to help people because I mean, at the end of the day, like when I was in high school and stuff, I really didn't I wouldn't say I really didn't get like the tools necessary to like get myself out there like
Hmm,
for sports really. So, I want to give advice and help kids, and like even like if it's college athletes, like pursue like, what they're trying to pursue because, like anything can be accomplished. It's just how much work you put towards something.
hmm,
So that's just how I look at things.
that's a great mindset to have. So now we're gonna go a little bit back now in your
Okay.
history. So you mentioned that you're from Charlotte.
Yes.
Uh, what's your experience there like? Do you like Charlotte? What's it like
Uh,
for those who haven't been?
Charlotte is it's a real big city. I'll say it's probably like the 14 or 15 biggest city in America. So
Mm,
yeah, it's pretty big. I I ain't gonna lie, I really haven't really been back there in a little bit because I've been like traveling like to other states and stuff.
Mm,
But my experience in Charlotte, I really did enjoy Charlotte. Like people there are kind of different though, because everyone's more direct there.
mm,
So like and like there's a lot of places to go, a lot of places to eat. It's fun. I'll say it's very fun, and that's where my family is. So,
mm.
but I'll say if you ever want to go to Charlotte, like just don't get on people's bad side. Like, people just, yeah, people just strict there. Like they don't play with stuff. Yeah. So
Mhm. Yeah, not in
yeah.
the South. They
Yes.
could be super polite, but then also very just
Yes.
to the point.
Yes.
So you said you've been around a lot with different schools and traveling. What would you say in terms of like cities wise, um, or even if you've had your regular travel? Where's your favorite place that you've been?
All right, so I got so city wise, if you want to say city, I did love being in Jacksonville,
Mm,
Florida. Yeah, I liked just like the people and the atmosphere, and I love Florida nights. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's like Florida is just like you just get a breeze all the time, and like it's always warm weather. So
mm,
but I mean I was in the northern part of the state, so sometimes it could be cold, but it wasn't as cold as like I'll say like North Carolina or Michigan, you feel me? Yeah, it's nowhere. So I'll say Florida, but like I made the most experiences and impact was my school in Colorado.
mm,
Yeah, and it was in Alamosa. That was a city. It was a very small city. It was the college really made the city. Like
mm.
yeah, it was kind of in the middle of nowhere. Like you had to drive 2 hours to get to a mall. You had to The airport was 4 hours away.
Whoa.
So yeah, you had to do a lot of planning if you was trying to leave. So yeah.
Wow. So now you're in Grand Rapids or outside of it, and you're going to graduate soon. Where do you see yourself living?
Shoot, that's a great question. I was thinking about like, cause I have a girlfriend. So my girlfriend, she's from Idaho. So I was thinking about like, after I get settled and stuff, like I did want to start my business in Idaho because
Mm,
there's not a lot of opportunity for basketball players like in Idaho. So like, college coaches don't come to Idaho to see, basketball. So I just feel like, I want to be a part of that change. So
mm,
yes.
that's really cool. So continuing, kind of focusing on the back end of your life. Uh, what was your childhood like? What was growing up like?
So growing up was it was nice. My parents, they're really like they're very big Christians. So like, I was always in the church. But, like, I never really I'll say, like, I was always at church, but I wasn't really, like, listening and paying attention.
Mm,
Like, even when I got a little older, because I went to a public school for the first 2 years of my high school, and then I went to a private school, and that was a big change in my life because, like, actually had to go to chapel and stuff, and I actually
mm,
had to pay attention, and you couldn't be on your phone. So
mm,
I actually, like I feel like it was God telling me, like, He's trying to, come into my life and be a part of my life,
mm,
and I've accepted that. At first, I was trying to deny it and try to do, follow my own path, but I just feel like that it wasn't gonna work out for me. So,
mm.
yes.
You mentioned right there you're trying to follow your own path before kind of submitting to God and Christ. What did that look like?
So, all right. So it was weird. All right. So this is when I like first gave myself like to God. It was when I was in chapel. I remember the date, January 6th. Yeah. So I was in chapel and I would just, slouch back in my chair, not really caring what was going on. And out of nowhere, like everything just went black. I'm talking about like I'm sitting here, just everything went black, and I get up and like, what in the world? So like, and like it's like I had like two visions. One vision to the left was showing me like if I didn't give my soul to God, like what would happen, like, and the other to the right was showing like if I did commit, and like it was playing by like fast, like So then, like, I just like sat there and just and until my boy just bumped me and said, "You good?" So then, like, out of nowhere, like out of that straight time, like that's when the pastor was saying, if anybody, needs to get up and commit to the Lord,
Mhm.
come down. And I just came down, and then everyone just like was just shocked, like it was like awe, like everybody's like, "Dang, Chandler." Yeah, so and I started crying and stuff, and then, like, my head of school, he started crying with me, so it was crazy. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, so that's really it, really.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I really was but the thing is, like, I always, like, I always knew God and stuff, but I just never really, like, planned to follow, like, for real, so yeah, I like the way of living, like, you feel me, without, like that's just I don't know, it was weird.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
You enjoyed your life before,
yes.
but you're in a much better place now.
Yes, yes.
That's awesome. So what would you say was is like the biggest difference between Chandler now and Chandler back in like high school?
Chandler now prays before his decisions, before he
Mm,
makes it.
mm,
Chandler now like actually, listens and is not as hard-headed. Uh the Chandler now like makes better decisions and decisions that can impact like, like your life
mm,
rather than just making decisions on the fly. So that's mainly yeah.
mm. What is one of the biggest decisions you've had to make other than coming to Jesus?
Hmm. I'll say really all right, so I kind of plan on like being with my girl forever for real. So I gave her a promise ring and like normally people like when they give promise rings, like especially when you're younger, like they don't take it as serious.
Mhm,
But like I made that decision like if I give her a promise ring, like, I'm gonna replace it with like a real ring.
mhm,
So that's what I'm like want to do, and that's the promise I made, and I promised her as well. So, but
mm,
like she's like helped like mold my life and also and like help me grow too. So, I'll
mm,
say, yeah, I'm blessed to be able to have her.
mm.
So
That's awesome. So besides her, who is someone who has made a big impact in your life?
it can be multiple people.
Mhm,
I'll say, all right. So really, I'll say my family, my parents, cause I mean, I made a lot of decisions when I was younger, bad decisions when I was younger. So they, just them like, teaching me and raising me right, and that's helped me. I'll say all my coaches I've had, like Coach Bailey, Coach Caton, Coach John Jones, and Coach McCray, like all them coaches, like they helped me, like and like push me, and also they pushed me, but like they also was on me too though.
mm,
And I'll say, really, my brother too, he's a big influence because like, he just really always is there to listen to me,
mm,
and like he always like tells me like what I need to do, and it helps me, or not telling me what I need to, but like guides me to what like my path, like what God's trying to show me, like and stuff like that. Because he's big on Christian, like he's a big like Christian for real. So just really them people.
mm.
Yes.
That's cool. So how did your coaches and those influences, how did they shape you as a person, and what is like one big thing that you learned from them?
Okay. They shaped me as a person as just the rules they laid down. Like say for instance, like Coach Bailey, like it was hard last year trying to adjust to the culture of Grace. So like just getting the understanding that like I'm playing for a bigger picture than just other than myself. So that's helped me. And my fault. What was the other question?
Um, just like one big thing that you've learned from your coaches.
Yeah. So so really, yeah, just like playing for the bigger picture, and
Mm,
really just like honestly, like a lot of my coaches was all religious, so they always told me like just to have faith, work hard and have faith, and everything else will like work itself out. That's what
mm.
they was telling me. So
So you just said working for the bigger picture. You have a lot of big goals ahead of you, and that you want to pursue, like the Bounce Academy and playing basketball overseas potentially. How do you take? How do you keep the big picture in mind when pursuing things like that? That they're awesome, but there's a level of uncertainty.
just really by praying, really just having that faith, like, cause I mean, I feel like like my teammates always be saying to me, like, what's meant to happen is gonna like happen. So like, I don't know. I just feel like God's just showing me a lot of signs and like what He's trying to do in my life, like
Mm,
as me just praying to Him and talking to Him. So like, I just know like that I gotta trust and lean on him
mm,
because with and it continue to work hard because if I don't do that, then it won't happen. So,
mm. What have been some of those signs?
mm, well, I last year, yeah, I was getting a lot of signs though. Last year, like I was sleeping and then I just woke up and randomly like this like it's like this thing called Eurobaskets. It's like
Mm,
a big organization that like holds overseas stuff. They just hit me up randomly and
mm,
just like, hey Chandler, da da da, I heard you like in your last season, da da da, and then we want to talk to you. So I communicated with them, but like I thought I was gonna play an extra year, so I was kind of pushing it back, and God kept placing me with different opportunities for overseas basketball. And I just kept pushing it back because like I wanted to like, play my last year here. So uh it was weird like the day before I had just found an agent I was going to talk to and stuff, and we was talking on the phone, and then the next day I found out like I won't be able to play.
mm,
So I don't know, it's just different signs. And with Bounce Academy, really it's just I used to train this kid named his name is Cedric, and he's like I think I met him when like, he was like in 5th or 6th grade. So yeah, so I was like while I'm on my route, like I was training him, helping him, guiding him on his route. So
mm,
he always put me with different athletes like and like younger athletes, and just I just knew like that's something I wanted to do.
mm.
So it really wasn't. If it wasn't for him though, like for real, I'll say I probably wouldn't have passion in trying to train other people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And how old were you when you were mentoring him in that?
Ooh, I was probably 18.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, 17, 18. So
Wow. It's really cool to see that you had a passion for that even when you were young, and now that you get to focus on potentially doing that in the future. The last part of our interview is the truth bomb. What is a truth bomb or a piece of advice that you have that you could give to those listening, those watching, and the students at Grace currently?
okay. Well, I was in high school, one of my Bible teachers, she gave me a verse. I really can't remember the verse, but I can remember like what it says,
Hmm.
the message. It says, "Those who walk with wise are grow wise, and a companion fool suffers harm."
Mm,
So, I really I've been living by that, like just like you are who you accompany. So
mm,
I try to hang out with people like who are positive and like are working towards something. So I'll say just grow with people who are on the same track as you, like
mm,
because if you're not growing with people who's not on the same track as you, or trying to be successful in life, then they'll just bring you down. So
mm.
that's what I have to say.
That's great. Well, thank you, Chandler, for being on our show today.
Yeah, thank you.
And as always, listen up. If you would like to be a guest on our show, send us an email at listenup@gracechristian.edu. see you next week on the Listen Up podcast.